So the Diddy verdict is in. That's what I'm hearing. That's what they're saying out here in these internet streets. I'll be honest. I've been seeing it, but I haven't like clicked on a video or an article to really see what the verdict is or was. I kind of wanted to save my genuine reaction for a video. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna check out this Penguins video titled P. Diddy verdict is crazy. I'll be honest, just kind of based on the title, I can kind of infer what is kind of going on. I'm going to assume that P. Diddy did not get as much time, or some of the charges that people were hoping were going to stick did not stick. That's what I'm going to assume just based off the title of this video. We do not know, but we're finna find out. If you guys are liking the content, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I would appreciate it, you feel me? But yeah, let's check out. I'll shout out the Penguins. I'll make sure to tag them in the description. But yeah, let's see what the hell is going on with Diddy. It'd be crazy if he just walked. See, I don't even know. Like, I literally do not know. I don't know if some charges stuck, or I don't know if anything stuck. I don't know. Let's find out.
What an infuriating and sad day. I guess all the baby oil paid off for P.
Let me turn this up. Uh-oh.
Diddy, because he was too slippery for the justice system. I
cannot
believe it. They have now reached a verdict.
Verdict reached in D's trial. We have reached a verdict on all counts. Okay.
On all the charges.
I think there were 4 counts.
He has been acquitted of the most serious ones.
Okay. So he's been acquitted of the most serious one. That's what I was thinking based on the title of this video. So I'm thinking a lot of people were hoping the RICO or trafficking charge would stick, but it sounds like that shit did not.
Lord of Lube wiggles his way out of it somehow, despite overwhelming evidence to support the allegations against P. Diddy about the decades worth of evil, criminal activities and actions he has done, terrorizing the music industry in so many...
Well, Penguins, I hear what you're saying. There's been rumors about Diddy for years and shit, but we got to focus on what the actual charges are here, Penguins. We can't be bringing up history. I don't think that's how the court of law works. Stick to the charges. What were the charges exactly? I want to say there was a RICO charge and some sexual crimes. So let's stick to the actual charges, broski.
Individuals. It seems like the Dawn of Dildos is about to get away with a slap on the wrist.
The Dawn of See, I don't understand what people are talking about. Like, I feel like people... I'm not here to justify anything. I'm not necessarily a fan of Diddy. Like, you know, I don't listen to Puff Daddy music or whatever. I don't even think he makes music anymore, but I'm not a fan of P. Diddy. What I'm saying is, I feel like I'm losing my train of thought. I just feel like there was the headline was literally, I think when they raided his house, that they found a lot of baby oil. And I'm just reading in that article like, bro, what is this, like clickbait? That's not illegal to have a whole bunch of baby oil, bro. So why is this even why is this the headline of an article that's dealing with like legal situations? I don't get it. Some of this just seems a little murky. But again, I got to be honest, I did not pay close attention to the trial, so I could be speaking out of my ass right now. Like, I haven't read all the documents and really been heavily invested, so maybe I'm speaking out of my ass, but like, the baby oil shit, come on, man. It's not illegal to have baby oil, bruh. It's weird.
And maybe not even that much. He's been found guilty on 2 of the lesser charges, which could carry a maximum of 20 years in prison.
He could get a maximum of 20 years.
But I've completely lost faith in the system here. I have to imagine this is all just now horseradish and barnacles. I think he will probably just get away with like 6 months probation or some shit.
5 counts. We have a mixed...
Okay, here we go. Oh, go back. We got to see this. What's going on? Okay, Sean Diddy Combs trial charges. Five charges. Okay. Count 1, racketeering conspiracy. Count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Okay. Count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution. Bro, why didn't you just go to fucking Vegas or somewhere where that shit is legal, bro? Count 4, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or wait, there's 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. Okay. Count 5, transportation to engage in prostitution. So there's 2 of the same charges. Only one is different. The racketeering, these 2 are the same. Transportation to engage in prostitution. Then you have the sex trafficking by force. So 5 counts, but 2 of them are, there's really only 3 separate charges. Racketeering, sex trafficking, transportation, okay?
Counts. We have a mixed verdict here. Again, count 1 as it relates to racketeering, not guilty.
Racketeering, I think that was the big one, not guilty. I think the racketeering was the charge that was going to hold the most amount of years that he could be jailed.
2, as it relates to sex trafficking, not guilty. Count
2,
3,
not guilty.
Guilty.
Okay, so count 3, guilty. He's guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. Is that really like a heavy charge? I mean, how many people like have smex with hookers? Like pretty sure it's a lot of people.
4, not guilty.
Not guilty
count
of
5, guilty.
Those 2 counts.
Okay. So he's guilty of transportation and guilty. Hold on. Let me just I just want to be 1000% clear. So he was found guilty on count 3 and 5, the transportation to engage. So 2. Okay.
Guilty.
Those 2 counts he was found guilty on, that was like Weenie Hut Jr. level charges compared to the rest, and it's something the defense, I imagine, was extremely pleased to have been found guilty on versus the rest.
Okay.
They were so happy, in fact, that reportedly P. Diddy even stood up and started clapping. Literally like a Tumblr fanfic. He stood up, started clapping, and then like his friends and family erupted into applause. Now the judge...
I mean, of course they would. Their loved one is now probably not going to go to jail for a very, very long time. But what would you expect the family to do?
Judge is considering what bail should be, and we move on to the next stage, which will be the sentencing for these 2 charges, which carry a maximum of 10 years each. He's not going to be seeing the maximum. He probably won't even be seeing the minimum. They might just let him walk away with being forced to play League of Legends solo queue for like 2 months or something. And that'll be his punishment. It is such a fucking joke what just happened here. So
it seems like the internet is pretty much against Diddy. It seems like the majority of people are pretty much against Diddy. They want him to really go to jail for a long time. I wish I had more information on the case and the charges and everything, and I wish I had more information so I could have a more informed opinion on what the hell is going on. Because I feel like I want to say something, but then in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't know if I'm that informed. I don't know the law like that. But just on I'll say this. Should I wait? I'll wait to the end of the video. I'll wait. I don't want to.
I actually still can't believe it. It is sickening. So I truly wouldn't be surprised if he just fully walks free from this, and I guess we can expect the grand reopening of Puffy Flavor Camp. Everyone out there, sleep in fear. Make sure you're sleeping on your back, because if you sleep on your stomach, P. Diddy might just break into your house in the middle of the night and shove a dildo up your ass.
Okay, he keeps talking about this dildo stuff. Again, I haven't been keeping up with the case. Was he like going around sticking random dildos in people? I thought he was just having sex parties with consenting adults. Like, it sounds like there's this narrative of him like being this rapist, or you know what I mean? Just having people do things that were totally against their will. But I guess from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like that's what has been shown. It sounds like it was a whole bunch of freaky ass adults doing a whole bunch of freaky ass shit. Now, I know the video where he ran down on Cassie, that is fucking, no. Fuck you for that shit, bro. And he lied about that shit, about like beating her up in that fucking hotel. Yeah, fuck you for that, bro. If anything, I feel like he should get a lot of time for that. I don't really, violence against women, I don't. Yeah, that kind of ticks me the wrong way. But in terms of it seems like a lot of this stuff, people are just upset at the freak-offs. Why are you upset at a whole bunch of freaky-ass adults? Like, nigga, what the fuck that got to do with you? I don't get that shit. Again, maybe I'm missing some shit, but it seems like people are upset at freaky-ass adults doing freaky-ass shit. Get over it.
If it was legal,
if it was consensual.
Fucking unbelievable to me. I thought this was dead to rights. Not only because of the overwhelming evidence, but also his team wasn't exactly a cohesive unit. Like, not that long ago, one of his big lawyers quit.
Who is Anthony Rico? The lawyer who quit Diddy's case. He once represented Osama bin Laden. What the fuck? He represented Osama bin Laden, but told a judge that under no circumstances could he continue to serve as counsel for Sean Combs. I do remember this.
Saying he could no longer, under any circumstances, represent him, serve as a member of his council.
I do remember that.
And somehow they were still able to squeak a win out from between P. Diddy's greased butt cheeks here. I don't know. Did they promise like freak off?
Again, even like him insinuating that Diddy's like into gay smecks. Was that ever articulated? Was that documented that he was into gay smecks? Again, from what I heard he was watching Cassie get like, yeah, he was watching Cassie get smashed, and he was just in the corner doing his thing. But I thought like that on some cuck type shit, I guess. But this whole narrative about Diddy being like actually a homosexual man, is there any documentation about that?
Invitations to the jury, I have no clue. I don't get it. I really, truly do not understand how this just happened.
It's a mixed verdict, but it is a...
Count 1, not guilty. Count 2, not guilty. 3, guilty. 5, guilty. Sex trafficking, not guilty.
A stunning victory for the defense. The Mann Act, these charges, these were the easiest for prosecutors to prove, the lowest hanging fruit, merely required showing that state lines were crossed for the purpose to engage in prostitution. We saw a lot of evidence.
So wait, I'm so confused. Okay, I get it. Because prostitution is illegal. Okay, that's why it's called sex trafficking. I feel like the law makes shit sound so much worse. Like when you see sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, you think, oh my God, he just went to the grocery store and like just scooped up 2 little girls and threw them in the back of a truck. No, from what I heard, he was just paying sex workers to come fuck him and Cassie. You feel me? I feel like these words, like fucking people playing word soup. Like, bruh, no, he was paying for Smex workers to come smash. That's what I heard, right? Again, somebody in the comments that's more informed, let me know if there was something else. But sex trafficking, bro, he was paying hookers. What the fuck?
On these charges did not have that element, Laura, of force, fraud, or coercion. And this carries the lightest sentence of these charges. It is a maximum of 10 years. And keep in mind,
So he's
when you're
definitely not getting
talking
that
about maximums,
with Diddy money.
Maximums aren't the rule. They are the exception. They're for the most exceptional and severe cases. So now you're talking about a sentence that's potentially in the lower range with time served because he's been behind bars.
Yeah, again, he's definitely not seeing the maximum penalty for those
Hell no.
charges. I would be surprised if he even saw the minimum. My guess would be, and of course I haven't passed the bar, so this is just fucking Neanderthal spitballing. My guess would be they'll weigh the time served behind bars throughout this case as like you've learned your lesson, and wiggle their finger, don't do it again, and give him some really light punishment, very, very light sentencing.
Yeah,
and then
I
when
think
he's
so.
out on bail or full-blown walks free, I imagine baby oil will go extinct. And I predict that there will be a freak-off the likes of which the cosmos has never seen. It'll be filled with so much degeneracy that it will give birth...
Degeneracy? Why do people give a I guess shit like this just kind of rubs me weird. Like, why do if it's all consensual adults, why the fuck do people care about what they do behind closed doors? Like he's talking about a whole bunch of degenerate behavior. Like they're just freaky ass adults, bruh. Some of that shit was definitely fucking weird. Being a cuck is fucking weird in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about what people do behind closed doors. You feel me? Like as long as it's consensual, why the fuck do I even care? There's a whole bunch of freaky shit out there. And freaks out there.
Slanesh in the warp in real life. It's going to be a Warhammer 40k event. It's just so fucking despicable, man. It really is.
The fact that these sex
Fuck,
trafficking charges...
I don't know. Dudes like him just kind of like... And I ain't even try to disrespect Pain with nothing, but like, I don't know, man. I even want to go there, but it's like, damn, you raised by like, I don't know, maybe you ain't have like a lot of male role models in your life, bro, growing up. Like, maybe you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of feel like he didn't grow up around a lot of men. I could be wrong.
charges specifically with respect to Cassie
Pause.
Ventura means that the jury was convinced by the defense, at least with respect to reasonable doubt, that the commercial sex, i.e. the freak-offs, were not connected to some of this violence, that there was not that force, fraud, or coercion element. That is by far, from a penalty perspective, the most serious.
So what is so? Okay. So yes, he had freak offs. So that was and they were illegal because he was bringing in sex workers. But the racketeering, they were trying to tie that to the sex trafficking, but I guess they couldn't.
It carried a 15-year minimum. So that is a huge distinction.
Really feels like if you've got enough money,
So RICO would have gave him 15 years minimum. Woo!
Hell, a lot of those very
racketeering.
serious, very well-documented things just never really seem to stick in court for some reason. It's so weird how that.
What are you talking about
works.
exactly?
It's
What
so
documented
odd
stuff?
How we see that happen so many times. I don't know. Something seems a bit fishy there. From everything I've seen from a couple of lawyers discussing it, the big thing here seems that the RICO charges weren't conveyed well enough for the jury to understand, and that it could have been like difficult in the first place as a potential overcharging on P. Diddy. So that was like an uphill battle. Obviously, I don't understand all the nuance to how that shit works in court, like how it all shakes down the fucking Rube Goldberg machine that is arguing RICO charges. I'm not Saul Goodman. But outside of that, the lawyers also expressed how stunned they were that he was found
Why he looked like a 1990s Jesus.
Not guilty on the sex trafficking by force and coercion. It seems like, at least from the lawyers that I've read and watched from, they were also very surprised that somehow the jury wasn't convinced on those. That one really did seem like a pretty big slam dunk in the case. Like, at least most sane human beings would think so, but somehow it didn't stick. Somehow it didn't shake out that way. To be found not guilty on those is baffling, actually baffling. And I went to a live stream where some lawyers were talking, and reading the chat, it will make you lose all possible faith that there's real people online. There are so many people that are elated, celebrating that P. Diddy is free.
What do you mean real people? Wait. You're saying that people that are happy that Diddy is free, you're saying they're not real people? What are you, penguins? What are you talking about, bro?
P. Diddy is free, and saying he should go as far as suing the government for the charges they brought against him.
Well, yeah, if they were inaccurate. If again, I think he even said some people there was a narrative that there was like an overcharging in this case because the whole racketeering thing. And again, man, from what I heard with the whole freak offs and the sex worker shit, it just sounded, from what I heard, he was bringing out sex workers to have sex with them. Again, I keep saying this. So Rico, I know what they were saying. He might have done some stuff with Cuddy, a car bomb, but are they trying to tie all that together? I just feel like they were just trying to throw shit. I feel like they were trying to get Diddy. I feel like they were just. That's what I feel like. Just overall, I feel like they were trying to get Diddy and they were throwing whatever they could at him. That's what I feel like. Because the whole freak offs thing, you think Diddy's the only rich motherfucker that's doing that shit? Come on, bruh. Like, come on. Like, I don't like when people play stupid. Do you think Diddy? I know regular people that do some wild, freaky shit. Do you think Diddy is the only rich, powerful person that's doing this shit? Come on, bruh. That's the narrative I hate to see. Like, we're like, some people are like looking at Diddy, or you just hear it like he's the only one doing this shit. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You don't think you know how Hollywood works? Come. That famous, rich, powerful world works. You don't think there's some wild shit, boy? And with Diddy, they were saying it was all consensual adults. You don't think there's other shit going on, like, out there right now that's not legal with consenting adult? Man, boy. Yeah, y'all weird as hell sometimes. Like,
unironically, I saw someone donate saying, does P. Diddy have a case against the government to sue them for this? Holy shit. What? I don't know how So many people have been poisoned by stupidity. Like an action, there must be some kind of.
Why are they stupid? Break down why you think these people are stupid, the people that are happy for Diddy. Break down why they're stupid for me. I hope he does it. Break down why you think they're stupid, Penguins. Because you're just saying they're stupid. Cool. Why do you say that? Let me hear the why you think they're stupid.
Hole in the ozone layer that's letting pure concentrated stupid come through, and it is just destroying.
Why do you think they're stupid, bro? I want to hear you articulate why.
Such an unfortunate outcome.
There's
a lot of people that are now going to need to be looking over their shoulder here with this P. Diddy verdict.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. That's yeah. People that testified against him, a powerful man like that. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a good point.
Being a bodyguard who said if P. Diddy walks, he's going to need to go into hiding. I think that's not an exaggeration. He most likely will.
Yeah, a billionaire. Yeah,
alive. This is a dangerous man with an extremely well-recorded history of horrible.
And I'm not saying P. Diddy ain't dangerous. Because now I'm kind of thinking back to what he said before. Yeah, there has been a lot of documentation of Diddy. There's even been some ties to him, I think, to the Tupac murder or whatever. I'm not saying Diddy isn't capable of doing some shit. But again, if we're just sticking with the charges, we got to stick with the charges. We can't just be talking, bringing up other random shit that isn't documented and brought to a court of law. There was the Smex trafficking, the RICO shit, and the transportation or whatever. 3 charges. We got to stick with those. We can't be.
Bullshit he has done, who is now getting let off very easily here. Now, if you're a sane, sensible person, you're probably pretty angered by the outcome.
Why would I be angry, Penguins? About a celebrity billionaire that I do not know personally, and that I got regular shit going on in my life. I got to pay bills, get ready for work in the morning. You think I'm upset or happy about? No, I'm just here looking at what's going on, and I just want to stick to the facts, and I don't want to get emotional about this shit. I feel like some of these people are just emotional about this Diddy situation, bruh.
But we don't live in a world where everyone's sane and sensible. There is a not small group of people, the Free Diddy drones, that
Free Diddy's
are
great.
very, very
Free Diddy drones.
They're very excited that P. Diddy is going to be most likely getting let off super, super easily. They are elated right now, these fucking weirdos. They're acting like they're part of the crew, part of the ship, like they'll get the invite to the next freak off. And they are so happy. Fucking weirdos out there. It's crazy how anyone can view this as anything other than a disaster. A fucking travesty where the justice system just
Why is he so invested?
So many people. Yeah, I'll stop ranting and raving about it.
Yeah.
That's really about it. So yeah. What an
man. All right, so it looks like Diddy will be coming home sooner than later. Crazy, bruh. I don't think I was expecting this necessarily. Again, I haven't been following the case that closely, but I don't know. At a certain point, I feel like the majority narrative was, yeah, he's probably going to do some significant time with what was going on. So this does seem like a curveball of a verdict. I think it's going to be, I'm going to be interested to see, because again, he might do it if he does a couple. Let's just say he walks. He doesn't do any time, because pretty much I think he's gonna walk or do a minimum amount of time. I want to see how other celebrities and how, you know, that Hollywood rich world, I want to see how they treat and embrace Diddy after this. I think for me, that's going to be the most interesting thing. Like, does he still go to the award shows? Is he still going to be getting interviews? Like, for me, the aftermath of this, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how Diddy moves after this and to see how people move, you know, towards and around Diddy. Yeah, man, again, if anybody's out there that has more information about the Diddy case, just let me know in the comments, or maybe like send me a YouTube video link that kind of breaks stuff down for like law idiots like me or law illiterate people, because I do kind of want to know, like, I want my information to be accurate in terms of what the hell is going on or what was going on with the Diddy case. But yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling about this verdict, man. Diddy seems like he might walk, or he might do a very small amount of time in jail. Crazy shit. If you guys stayed for the whole thing, I appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying it, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I would appreciate it. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Peace.